In today's video, we have the HBX 3100A. Quite possibly the coolest sub-10 scale short course truck I've ever seen. And with the arrival of the Arrma Mojave Grom just days away, should it be worried about the presence of the HBX 3100A? Let's find out. Oh, look at that. HBX 3100A, or as it's otherwise known, the Violent SC. I've been wanting to do this review for quite a long time. Big shout out to High Boxing for making that happen. And just look at this thing. This may well be the best looking sub-10 scale RC car we reviewed yet. And we said something similar about the MJX 14303. But with the HBX 3100A here, it's not just about the obviousness of the appearance that makes this a little bit cooler. It's about what you don't see from the top. Actual, functioning, trailing arm suspension. Look at the articulation of that. Live rear axle, differential up front, 2 and 3S capable, actual functional spare tires, and even though these fans don't actually have fans in them, they look pretty good. Unlike most short course trucks, this one is naturally vented. So even if we do decide to gear up and make this truck even faster than it probably already is, parachuting won't be so much of a concern. And speaking of speed, it's time to answer the age-old question that everybody has about a new RC. How fast is it? Let's find out. Let's give it the beans. Oh, it runs so nice and stable, dead straight. Oh, nice smooth brakes as well. They don't just slam on and flip the car over or damage the gearing. Well done, HBX. 35 miles per hour, not bad at all. And of course, being that it's a hobby grade RC, if you want it to go faster, you can always gear up. Or just pop in a higher kV system. I actually think that 35 miles per hour is a perfectly appropriate speed for this little truck. Let's see how well it gets on off-road with that nifty trailing arm suspension. Whoa! Oh, it gets on pretty well. It's among some of the nicest suspension I've seen on a sub-10 scale budget RC car. Oh, it's a little runner. With that live rear axle and open front differential, you can definitely drift it around pretty well. Just as it is out of the box. Oh my God. Oh no, have we broken something already? Nope, just a linkage popped off. Ship shape. And I'm actually kind of glad that it has linkages that will pop off instead of just break. You can really see this truck moving around on the suspension. I always really enjoy that. A little added sense of realism. And for a small scale short course truck, it actually seems to handle pretty well. Oh, but from time to time, you still need a tow. Crazy as it sounds, this little 14 scale short course truck might be the most realistic short course truck that I own. And if you've been watching Rec RC, you know I love short course trucks. Oh, nice jumper. Oh, it really got some air. You actually have a little bit of air control with this little car because it's very appropriately geared. Oh, it does jump nicely. And we will be comparing this to the Mojave Grom as soon as it arrives. Now for the specifics. Some common annoyances that a lot of budget RC cars have that this one doesn't. Throttle delay is often a problem with small-scale budget RC cars, but as you can see, not the case here. Cogging is another common problem with small-scale budget RC cars, but as you can see, not the case here. This car responds instantly to all my inputs, steering, throttle, braking, everything, and I just love the way it drives. And the fact that it has trailing arms, like an actual short course truck would, is pretty awesome. Live rear axle, baby, yes! With that live rear axle, it can snap around on you, but it's pretty easy to control and get back under control if it happens. Wow, it really catches some air. Oh, not quite, but it does land on its feet like short course trucks always do. Okay, not always. Oh, goodness. So far, so tough. Inside of the chassis, never mind this piece of Velcro, I added that myself to hold the 3S battery. It seems to be really tough plastic, plenty flexible but plenty strong as well. I love the cord for the lights. That way when you pull the body off, you're not worried about ripping a lead out or damaging any wires. And because the motor is appropriately geared, it doesn't seem to be building up all that much heat. I'm resting my finger on it and it's not really burning me. Standalone 3S capable ESC, standalone receiver, really an awesome little hobby grade car here. Oh, we almost did a backflip. The little HBX is taking quite a beating, and it seems to love it. Tons of smiles per mile to be had with this little truck. The HBX 3100A has so far been a fantastic little performer. And with the arrival of the Arrma Mojave Grom just around the corner, the Mojave is walking into some stiff competition with this truck. The HBX boasts a 3800 kV brushless motor, Hobby Wing ESC, 2 and 3S capable, speeds of 35 miles per hour plus on a 3S battery, and with its trailing arm suspension, spare tires, and the way that it lifts a front or rear wheel off the ground under acceleration or braking makes it appear and behave very much like a real short course truck. And at around $130 or so, there's really nothing to dislike about this little truck. And while no RC car is perfect, this one is just plain good. But if I were to change just one thing about this truck, it would simply be a longer battery strap. This 3S battery does fit the battery tray perfectly well as long as you remove the little rubber bracket that resides right here. Upon removing that, this 3S battery sits in perfectly, but the stock battery strap is a bit too short. So I fixed that by just adding my own battery strap and wrapping the battery strap around the rear of the cage. Problem solved, and now the only issue I had with the truck is remedied. And apart from that, I wouldn't really change anything else about this truck because sometimes just plain good is just plain good enough. Well done, HBX. And right now, they're doing a $35 off coupon for this truck. And when the Mojave Grom arrives, we're definitely doing a head-to-head with this exact truck. And I think the results of that comparison are going to surprise you. But until then, let me just say, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Remember, it's not about miles per hour, it's about smiles per mile. So have fun, and we will see you in the next one.